If I say something that you don't agree with, just leave it in the comment section, and I'm willing to read it and then pass it to the students. And also, if I miss something the same way, just let me know in the comment section. So let me start with Lordia. Lordia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Lordia, who is sponsoring your studies in the US?
I've been awarded a graduate assistantship that covers 90% of my cost of attendance. The remaining deficit of 5,607, which represent a portion of my living expenses, will be covered by my stepdad, Mr. Joseph Ngama, who works as a mechanical engineer with
So
Gulf
hold
Africa.
on. Now, so sorry to cut in. So there are a lot of people who don't want people to know who they are and all of that. So if you want, you can decide not to mention specific names. You can just say ABC. Even the
Okay.
school, if you want, you can say ABC University, if that
Oh,
if that is okay with you. But if you want
all
to
right.
mention the names too, then there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right. So go on.
I've been awarded a graduate assistantship position which covers 90% of my cost of attendance. A remaining portion of 5,607 will be covered by my stepdad who works as ABCD and an annual income of 9,000 US dollars. I also have a personal saving of $2,000 for miscellaneous as well. And it's a commitment towards my own education.
Okay. How did you get the funding?
I was awarded a graduate assistantship position based on my academic and professional profile, highlighting my advocacy work in environmental justice in Ghana. I had an interview with Dr. This and Dr. That, and to assess my suitability and my readiness for the program. After a successful interview, I was awarded a graduate assistantship based on merit.
Okay. What are you going to study?
I am going to study a 2-year fully funded master's degree in sustainable development practice at ABC University. This program will equip me with the technical skills in sustainable strategies to develop and advocate for innovative solutions to tackle river pollution and forest destruction caused by illegal mining in Ghana. Returning to Ghana Environmental Advocacy Group with
Um,
this advanced
so
knowledge.
I'm very sorry. Okay, I just got distracted a little bit. I was trying to keep track of the YouTube stream, but it looks like it's not working. So I got distracted a little bit. Sorry about that. Can you take that again? What are you going to study? Can you take that again?
I am going to study a 2-year fully funded master's degree in sustainable development practice at ABC University. This will equip me with the technical skills in sustainable strategies to design and advocate for innovative solutions to tackle river pollution and forest destruction caused by illegal mining in Ghana. Returning to Ghana Environmental Advocacy Group with this advanced knowledge, I will take a lead role in shaping environmental policies that can influence national decisions to promote sustainable practices across other sectors of the economy. Through this through this role, I aim to contribute significantly to Ghana's transition to greener economy by 2030.
What is your current job?
Currently, I work as a community engagement officer with Ghana Environmental Advocacy Group. I facilitate educational program on sustainable practices in regards to agriculture and as well as mining communities that have been affected by the illegal mining activities. I also act as a researcher, analyze it and review it before the company publish it on their website.
Okay. How did you find your school?
As a community engagement officer with Ghana Environmental Advocacy Group, I was actively researching on sustainability programs in in the US. During my search on Study Portal, I discovered the University the University of Florida Master's Program in Sustainable Development Practice. I reached out to the department to discuss my background and my eligibility, highlighting my advocacy work on environmental justice locally. After a review with the admission committee, I officially submitted my application through CollegeNet, uploaded my statement of purpose, 3 recommendation letter, and a detailed academic curriculum. I had my admission in 6 weeks.
Okay. So what will your research be about?
My research will focus on examining more effects of artisanal mining in the environment under the supervision of Dr. Da 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 da. I will Under his supervision, I will have access to top research centers like Florida Climate and Water Institute.
Okay. Tell me about the program.
The master's program in sustainable development practice at University of Florida focuses on training professionals to understand the multidimensional nature of sustainable development. It, it, it aims to equip professionals to have the technical capacity and tools which are applicable to developmental challenges. This will be an opportunity for me to learn the models of sustainable strategies to develop and advocate for environmental policies that are both economical and environmental friendly to tackle illegal mining effects in Ghana.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think overall you've done very well. Just a few things that I want to say. Yeah, who is sponsoring you? You said you started very well. Everything you said, I mean, makes sense. Just that your $2,000, I don't really. You have a deficit of just 5,000, so you can just say it is being sponsored by your stepdad and just say what he does. Your $2,000, you probably don't want to waste time on that. You don't have to mention that,
Okay,
right? It's
correct.
yeah, it's not $2,000. It's not really. I know you said miscellaneous, but it's not really a lot of money to really worry yourself about. And you already
Correct.
have most of your cost of attendance covered, so just focus on that.
Correct.
When I ask you what are you going to study, I'd already asked you who is sponsoring you, and you've already told me about your finances, so you don't really have to say it's a fully funded program. But if
Okay.
that was your first question, then yes, you can actually say it's fully funded if you
All
want.
right.
But it
All right.
wasn't your first question, so then it's more like repeating yourself. The other thing is that I feel like you are you are not natural enough. It's like you have a transcript and you've memorized what is in your transcript and you are just saying everything that is in your transcript. But the interview is not supposed to be like that. It's not like you are not supposed to read things out to the visa officer. It's supposed to be more like a chat, right? So I ask you, why do you need this program? Then you are like, oh, I am currently a community engagement, I don't know, specialist
Yeah.
working for ABC.
Yeah.
I conduct research on this and I came across, this concerning this issue about mining, whatever, that kind of thing. It always helps to start with your background. So when I asked you what are you going to study, and you were telling me why, or what you were telling me why you want to
My
study the program. You could have just you know start with your back you could have started with your background that you work as a community whatever, and then you kind of bring up the problem
okay.
which is compelling you to pursue the program in a way. So it's like you're connecting your background, your background problem that you have identified in your current role, connecting it with what you're going to learn, and also when you return, what you hope to do with a degree, which is kind of contribute to the solution to these mining issues, maybe through research, through advocacy and stuff like that, right? That is, but I'm not your answers. I mean, it will get your visa approved, I think. Just that sometimes you want to be more convincing, you want to take care of everything very well, and so start with your background in like what you are
Yes,
doing
what
already.
study? If that is my first question.
Sorry.
With the explanation as you asked, I think you asked the question what I was going to study,
Yeah.
and that should start with my background.
Yeah, it kind of
Okay.
it always helps,
Okay.
because unless your background is not related to the program you want to study.
I
In
get
your
it.
case, it kind of relates to its environment and stuff like that. And you do research for this, for the I don't know, organization or something.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so you try to, you know, bring that up so that everybody knows, okay, this is why you want to pursue the program. It kind of all makes sense that, okay, this is your
Yeah.
who you are. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
it
Um,
does. Thank you.
because your program is fully funded, there are a lot of questions I don't have to ask you. Like, have
All
you
right.
traveled before? It's not important because your program is funded. Um,
All right.
I don't have to ask you anything about your sponsor because once the person is not really taking care of a lot, it's just the person is just taking care of a portion of the living expenses, probably the health insurance. So then the
Yes.
person doesn't even have to, it's what you have is enough to take care of your studies. And when
All
you
right.
have funding like that, it kind of shows that you are a legitimate student. So yeah, you did something to get a funding, right? It's not like you got it by chance. You worked for it. And when I asked you how did you get a funding, you kind of explained it. If you even want, when you are asked who is sponsoring your studies, after saying you have the funding and also your stepdad who is whatever you said, then you can talk about how you got the funding if you want, because that is more likely to come up after such a question. So you can actually
All
add
right.
everything up so that the visa officer wouldn't have to ask you, that question specifically.
All right. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you have a very, very good chance. These days, I don't want to give numbers because I've realized that sometimes if you give numbers, people can be very complacent. And
Yes.
also, this mock session is not the same as coaching. Is where I have access to the answers. I actually go through the answers, make sure everything is fine. And so I'm familiar with everything. For some students, I actually know the I-20, I see everything and all of that. And the DX1C form, when they have questions, they reach out to me and all of that. So it's like that is different. But in your
Oh,
case, I think, yeah, just try to sound a bit more natural. Don't
mm.
you were
Because I have all these coming, like I had sat down to think about the whole thing and written it down. So most times when I'm communicating it, it looks like research for, but
okay.
I still have like more weeks to do that.
Yeah,
And I
so
think
okay, so try to pause. So instead
okay,
of saying, I'm going to ABC University to pursue a master's degree in XYZ, this program is going to, you can just say, I am going to ABC University to pursue a master. Like you can pause maybe for a
okay,
second or something and then maybe some milliseconds, not really.
right,
So what I'm saying is that, for example, what are you going to do in the US, right?
yeah,
You can
yeah,
say, I am going to pursue a master's degree in XYZ at the University of this, that kind of thing. So not too quick. So just
right,
more or less slow down. Once you slow down, it becomes natural,
natural,
right?
okay,
And slowing down even allows you to think about what to say next, right? It doesn't put
yeah,
a lot of pressure on you. Okay, so
yeah,
that's why I'm saying you should try to slow down a little bit. But
okay,
I feel like you have a very good chance. Your background, everything, the visa officer will see what you do in the
yeah,
DX160 format. So that alone kind of makes everything clear why you want to pursue the program. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay, that's good. Do you have any question?
Yeah, I think I think this for other, like those that I've had like a session with, the nervousness was like, let's say 100. But
Mm.
I don't know, with you, maybe because I know you, that's why.
Why do you know
So
me? Maybe I should have frowned so that you know that I'm angry. So that
oh no,
maybe
but
I should have.
maybe because I know you, that's why then I wasn't so nervous, and this
Mm.
has been like a perfect day
Don't
for
know me,
me
okay? Don't know me.
throughout the whole practice and all
Yeah.
that. So I'm grateful, and I will take I've written down
Okay.
your points of corrections and I'll work on it.
Yeah. So yeah, for you because I know you, and you've actually been in this journey for a while, right?
It's 6 years.
For 6 years.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been
Then last
in the
year,
journey.
last 2023, you know, you have like a snippet of what happened to me. So I never
And
give up. I kept
Yeah,
pushing.
I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of about this, but I've known you've been in the process for a while now. But that's
Yes.
okay. I mean, now you have full funding, and so you are coming. That's good. So reach out on Telegram, and
Okay.
then yeah, we'll see. I
Okay.
just want to make sure. Yeah, but you are already fully ready. But just one more
Sounds
time to make sure everything. Yeah. because yeah, you've really done. You didn't give up. You've done so much. So it's like yeah. So yeah, let's take care of But you should be fine. Okay.
I should. Thank
All
you.
right. So yeah, talk to you soon. Um. Okay. So Buyinza, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Buyinza, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I can
Okay.
hear you.
So tell me about. Okay. So tell me about your program.
I'm going to study a master's of cybersecurity at Yeshiva University, New York, Midtown Manhattan. So, like, I'm not very sure.
Why do you
Is
want
it?
to study this master's degree?
Oh, okay. Like, has the mock interview started yet? Because I thought maybe you just wanted to be sure of what course I'm going to do
What?
and where.
What do you say?
What I'm saying, like, I thought you wanted
The
to
mock session
be
has
sure.
started. We are actually live. Okay.
Okay.
No, the mock session has started already. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Tell me about your program. Buyinza, are you there?
Yes, like I can hear you. The network is kind of breaking, but I can hear you now.
Okay. So tell me about the program. The program you are going to study.
Um, I'm going to study a master's of cybersecurity at Yeshiva University, and it's located in New York, Manhattan, Midtown. The program is a 30 credit program where I need 24 credits of required courses and 6 credits of elective courses. The program runs for 15 months. Yeah, and it will equip me with both technical and managerial skills that I intend to incorporate in my future job as a cybersecurity analyst at Spencer Associated Advocates, where I'm currently employed.
Um. What is your current job?
I currently work as a legal research assistant at Spencer Associated Advocates in Uganda.
Legal. Hold on. Legal what?
It's a legal research assistant.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Tell me more. What do you do?
My job entails doing online data searches on related case law, as depending on the client's file. It also entails handling clients' files and also answering and replying to clients' inquiries. Like it's a law and policy firm where I'm
So
currently
then,
employed.
so then why do you want to study a master's degree in cybersecurity?
Given the nature of my job as a research assistant, I discovered that there is a need to bridge the law and technology, and it is for that I'm interested in acquiring the necessary tools that are needed in actual detection of cyber threats and mitigation of cyber threats, given that Uganda is now becoming more of a digital state. So getting a degree there will enable me to be prepared for a job in that career.
Okay. And you said you are going back when you are done with the program. You are going back to the same firm to work as a cybersecurity analyst. Is that what you said?
Yes, my employer is willing to retain me as a cybersecurity analyst upon completion of the course.
So who is sponsoring your studies?
I'll be funding my studies through a scholarship of $12,000 as well as an approved loan of
Can
60.
you slow down? No, can you slow down? I'm struggling to hear you. You said
Oh,
you are
oh,
sponsoring
like
yourself. You are
am I too fast?
a little bit, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, I guess I'm also struggling to hear the things you are saying. Well, just take your time. So, who is sponsoring your
Okay.
studies?
I'll be funding my studies through a scholarship of $12,000. an approved loan of $60,000 from Empower Finance, and also have some personal savings that I have set aside to cater for any emergencies. My cost of attendance is approximately 59,000 US dollars, and on my I-20 I have a total of 67 US dollars, which is sufficient to cover for my education and living expenses.
So if you are somebody who follows my channel, you would have known that I don't do mock session with students who are using loan to process their visas. I don't do that. And it's because of my own experiences being here. If you are outside the US, you don't know what you are doing when you are going for a loan. And if I am here like a big brother, I am not going to encourage that. And everybody on my channel knows I don't encourage that. So you are going for a loan of 47. I don't know if I had $47,000. That 47,000, your program is a 2-year program, so that is 2 times that amount. That's like 90 or $94,000. You cannot pay that. You don't know. So if he had said, oh, the loan amount is maybe 10,000, then I would have considered doing this. But no, I am not continuing with this mock session. Okay, so I wish you the best. Okay, everybody
Okay,
knows.
excuse me, can I adjust it? Because the reason as to why I thought maybe I would talk about a loan, yeah, is because it would be more of a credible funding source. But then my father also owns real estate that from which he earns about 30,000 US dollars. Actually, it's around 3,000 US dollars annually, and also has a hardware business that generates an annual income of around 10,000 US dollars.
So three 3,000 monthly, right?
Yes, please.
For the real estate. So in a year, that is what 36,000 plus
No,
10,000. That is for.
he earns about 300,000 US dollars because he has several properties, like he has flats somewhere. He also has shops that he rents, and he also has these normal houses, something
We
like
are
three
talking about
different places.
$300,000. What is the name of your father's company?
My father's company is called
If
A
I
General
if I
Hardware.
if I Google it, am I going to find it online?
Yeah, like it's a registered company. It's Hardware. It's located in Mukono, Uganda. And then also he's part of a partnership that I'm also a member of. It's called Nachivago EFA Group. Yeah, like it's a partnership also from which I'm a member. I do have some shares there also.
So why if your father has a big company, a company that is big enough to generate $300,000 a year, then he also needs to protect the company from cyber threats, right? Cyber attacks. So then why are you not going to work for your father's company? If your father's company is big enough, why are you currently not working for your father's business, and you are working elsewhere, and you hope to spend almost $100,000 to end the degree and go back and work in somebody else's company? That doesn't tell me that your father has that money. That's not true. I will not buy that. So I'm sorry, okay. I am okay for people not to like me, because I am not really looking for anybody to
Um,
like me. So like I said, you want to use a loan, I don't encourage it on my channel. So yeah, I am not continuing with this. Okay, I have to yeah, just end it. Okay. So if you still want to use a loan, good luck to you, because your story doesn't make sense to me. I'm looking at all of these things. Like I said, if your father has a big business like that, you will be working for your father, not somebody else's company. And you coming to spend all this much money, I don't. This is for your own good, but if you don't like it, that's okay. But this is for your own good.
okay, thank you for the advice. But then Like my background is in a law degree, and that's why like it's kind of switching a career from law, and that's the reason as to why I'm employed as a legal research assistant.
Yeah, even your career being law and trying to switch to cybersecurity is probably not easy like that. It's you like the visa officer might, I don't know if the visa officer will be very convinced about that because they are not really the same. It's like different, different areas. It's like cybersecurity. And when I asked you why you want to do cybersecurity, the reason you gave to me wasn't really strong enough, in my opinion. So yeah, I am not, in your case, if you had funding, that would have helped you, but not having funding like that, yeah, I see a lot of students make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes it's like they arrive here and then they realize that, oh, they have made a mistake and nobody told them. But for me, I would tell students I am not, I don't have the right to give advice, but yes, so long as you bring yourself, then I can tell you what I think about something. So you probably wanna, with law, you can do other things which are more closely related to law. If let's say you have a law degree, you can do something different. You can do something which is maybe, I don't know, maybe sociology, depending on some of the courses that you took, right? You can actually switch to something else. Maybe public policy. I don't know if public policy can work, but maybe sociology, even history, like all these programs, I think they have funding for students, for international students. So you may want to look at those programs. That is, if you're not interested in those things, then forget about what I'm saying, right? Because I feel like cybersecurity is a bit more technical. You would have to learn some technical stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
Mr. Shai, if to let you in a little bit about the program, that program at Yeshiva University actually entails some legal aspects. Yeah, for instance, like there is a course that deals with cybercrime, and then I wanted to relate that course to how I tend to further my course. Yeah, the reason as to why I want to venture into a master's in cybersecurity, because it would let me to acquire the tools that are necessary in the detection. Yeah, and rather than sitting at the back and wait for a case to be brought up, I want to be actively involved. Yeah, so I don't know if my
you
story
know,
makes sense again. Yeah, like
you know,
yes, university also focuses on cybercrime.
you know, um, we are trying to, why you were selected is because you are from Uganda. We are trying to make sure we get different people, people from other places. We kind of wanna, because it's like the channel is a lot of Ghanaians and Nigerians, but we wanna have other people as well. That's why you were. If I will be honest with you, that is why. So about the cybersecurity thing, the first mistake you made was applying to a school in New York. That is the first mistake you made, because the cost of attendance is too much for you. It's a lot. If you had tried, a different place, maybe I don't know, maybe South Dakota or something, or Ohio, the cost of attendance could have been much lower. And then with that, you can present a sponsor, and when you come, the financial burden wouldn't be too much for you. And you could have even gotten something better. But the New York already, yeah, it wasn't a good thing. Yeah, so yeah, I stand by my word all the time, and like I told you, it's not a good idea. I know you've spent money on the visa and all those things, but my opinion is that when you come, you're coming to. It's not a you are no, it's not a good thing. In the long run, you are going to regret it, because that's a lot of money, and no, I don't recommend that. Okay, so I am very sorry, but I like I've told you your story. The fact that you are not working for your dad, you are working elsewhere. Your dad, you claim your dad has a big company. Okay, you've left. So yeah, I know what I said didn't make you happy. And for me, I always stand by my word. I always want to, yeah, you just have to know your values and stick to your values. And that is just the way I do my things. So yeah, good luck to you. Okay, if you get a chance to watch this again, good luck to you. It is what it is. So I'll just end it here. I was supposed to have one more person, but he didn't join. So um For some reasons we couldn't do it on YouTube. I don't know what happened on YouTube. Why the YouTube thing didn't work. So I'm just going to upload it here, end it here, and then upload it on YouTube later on. So those of you who were able to watch, I think I was able to stream on LinkedIn. So if you're able to watch it, thanks for your time and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.